So I just got back from the grocery store. I went to Safeway and I picked up some stuff just for the week, and I thought it would be cool to just show you guys what a typical grocery store haul looks like while being on the Renaissance periodization diet. So let's jump in. This is in no particular order. First thing that I have here on my table are just these Refresh, I think this is the Safeway brand, carbonated flavored waters. And what I've discovered while just 1 week in on this diet is that carbonated drinks are a must when you're cutting. They fill you up, they taste really good. Obviously, if you don't want to consume artificial sugars or sweeteners or flavors, this might not be the best thing for you. If you don't really care, then I think this is definitely a really good choice. I have key lime, which I haven't tried before. The other day I got orange cream, which is delicious. It literally tastes like orange creamsicle. And then I just got one strawberry watermelon. I thought that was kind of a weird flavor combo, so I just got one of those. But those are gonna last me the entire week, probably just one per day. Okay, next thing I got is just some chunky classic salsa. I got that in medium. I don't like my salsas too spicy. And I don't know if you guys watch Chris Jones on YouTube, but he just came out with like this recipe video where he mixes like rice, tuna, and salsa and avocado in a bowl, and I was like, okay, like I'm down to try that. So I got salsa because I plan on making that recipe and giving it a try. Okay, next thing I got were just some cut green beans. These are canned. I just got two. But what I learned while being on this diet is that you go through vegetables really fast. Next thing I have here are just all my frozen vegetables that I just got. So I have this Tuscan style vegetable from Safeway, which is just a mixture of like broccoli, red peppers, mushrooms, and onions. So I thought it was good to just mix it up a little bit since I've just been sticking to like one vegetable. And then of course I just got some broccoli florets. Can't go wrong with broccoli. Next thing are egg substitutes or egg whites. And what I've discovered really fast was that these are super freaking expensive. Just a little one of these is like almost $4 or $5. So I got two different kinds here just because this was on sale, but they only had one left. And then I got this because I thought it was interesting, just this southwestern style flavor. I'm gonna give it a try. The macros are pretty much the same. And like I said, I did want to give out that recipe a try that Chris Jones posted a few days ago. So I got me some tuna, the sweet and spicy, which is what he used for his recipe. But I also wanted to try ranch as well. The macros are not that different. I think there's like 1 or 1.5 grams of extra fat, but it's really not that big of a deal. Last thing is just some more brown rice. I go through brown rice like crazy. This is like my choice of carb every single day because it's just so voluminous and it really fills you up when you don't have that many carbs to eat for the day. But I also decided to get white rice as well and just kind of stick this in my post-workout meals. It's good to switch it up a little bit. Brown rice tends to get a little old and just grainy, so I got some white rice for me as well. So that about wraps up this haul. Maybe this will help give you guys an idea of what to buy at the grocery store. All of this costed around 45 to 50 bucks, so you know, not super cheap but not super expensive. I didn't buy any meat like ground beef or turkey because I actually already have some defrosting in the fridge right now. So this is just all that extra stuff that I got. So yeah, I hope this helped you guys out. Welcome to episode number 2 of the Renaissance Periodization series. Today I'm going to be updating you all on my first week, or my base/maintenance phase. So basically there are 4 different phases that I'm going to update you all on. The first week was the base and maintenance phase, then there's cut number 1, cut number 2, and cut number 3. Today is Wednesday, second week on the diet, so I'm officially on cut number 1, 3 days in. So pretty exciting, and I'm feeling really good so far. So I wanted to just update you all on my weight progress from last week. So Tuesday morning, it was day number 2 on the diet. I weighed in at 9 a.m. before I ate breakfast, and I weighed 166.7 pounds. Saturday morning at 10 a.m. before I ate breakfast, I weighed in at 164.4 pounds. Now, I think I lost a bit of bloating. I definitely let go of some of the water I was holding from a huge cheat meal Sunday night. So I don't think I lost all that weight like in fat, but but I do think I lost a solid pound on the maintenance diet simply just from eating cleaner, not snacking whenever I wanted to, and basically sticking to foods with lower sodium. So I'm just gonna lay out for you guys in detail what the diet looked like on the base or maintenance diet. So I usually train at night, so let's talk about the training days. I would consider my training days moderate because it's never really hard. Hard is like a CrossFit athlete who is like weight training and doing metcons and endurance workouts all day long, right? So definitely not hard. Not exactly light because I'm doing a fairly high volume of squats, deadlifts, and pressing. I'm sticking to those 3 things now just because I'm working through an injury and I'm not able to kind of throw a bunch of heavy weight over my head at the moment. So, but I'm still doing fairly high volume and fairly high weight. So like I said, I usually train at night after my 3rd meal. So the first 2 meals will typically be low in carbs. Low in carbs meaning basically no carbs, and high in fat. So that would be 2 servings of fat. So 1 serving of fat is 15 grams of fat. So basically I'd be having 30 grams of fat for meal number 1 and meal number 2. My primary sources of fat were avocado and peanut butter. And that's one of the things that I struggle with, is kind of finding other fats to include in my diet. I don't like to cook with oil because mentally, if I'm eating, say like vegetables cooked in oil, that's not as much volume as eating those vegetables, turkey burger, and then also having like a scoop of peanut butter or avocado. So I basically am eating those 2 sources of fat. I don't like to eat nuts as much just because it's such a small amount of nuts that equal 15 grams of fat. And like I said, I really like feeling full and I really like volume. So I'm just gonna stick to those 2 sources of fat until I find something else. And then meal number 3, which is a pre-workout meal, will have 50 grams of carbs and then 1 serving of fat, so 15 grams of fat. And then of course your protein, your lean protein. Then you also have your intra-workout meal, which consists of 75 grams of carbs in Gatorade, and then also 25 grams of protein in the form of a protein shake. So you drink 1/3 of your protein shake while you work out, and then you drink your sugary sports drink while you work out, and then you drink the rest of your protein shake after you work out. So just to let you know, the intra-workout meal has helped me so much. I never feel tired when I train, I never feel hungry, and I never feel depleted. So that's the most important thing for me while being on a diet, is I don't want to feel hungry when I train, and I don't want to feel like my performance is getting lower, which I don't feel at the moment. So after I train, then it's time for my post-workout meal. The post-workout meal is similar to the pre-workout meal in the sense that there's 1 serving of fat and then there's 50 grams of carbs. And then after that, you have 1 more meal for the day, which is always, the last meal of the day is always a casein protein shake with 50 grams of carbs and 1 serving of fat, I believe. On a training day, you're eating a fair amount of carbs and a fair amount of fats on the maintenance diet. So on training days, I really did not feel very hungry. I felt pretty good, like a maintenance diet pretty much, you know, not overeating, not undereating, just the right amount. Okay, so on a non-weight training day, you're eating less than 100 grams of carbs a day, at least for my body weight. And so I thought this was gonna be really, really hard for me, but it actually wasn't as bad as I thought it was. So for the first 3 meals, you're having 4 ounces of protein, 25 grams of carbs, and 1 serving of fat. And then for the next 2 meals, you're taking out the carbs and you're having 2 servings of fat. So really, you're still eating a fair amount of calories, and I really wasn't super hungry except for one day that I remember, which was Friday. Fridays are usually the day where I kind of go and have a cheat meal. So I think I was just like, mentally, it was like, oh my gosh, it's Friday, I really want like a donut or something, but I can't. At the end of the day though, I was never so hungry that like I couldn't think straight. Having that set number of meals a day, my brain automatically is like, oh my gosh, like you're gonna be hungry. So what I do to kind of deal with that is I eat my breakfast later in the day. So I eat my breakfast at 10:30 if I'm really, really hungry, or 11:30 if it's just like a normal day and I'm busy and I'm doing stuff and drinking lots of water. So I usually eat my first meal at around 11:30, second meal probably at around 2 or 3, third meal at around 6, and then, you know, so on and such forth until I go to bed. Sometimes the meals will be spread out even longer, so I think my longest break was like 4.5 hours. My body has definitely adapted to just kind of waiting to eat and not always needing to munch on something or eat something. So I think that's really good, is that I'm getting used to not relying on food so much. So I can't wait to update you guys next on this cut. I plan on sticking to it 100%. If you want daily updates, go ahead and follow me on Instagram. And that's about it. I hope this was helpful for some of you, and check back soon for the next video of the series. Bye.